The whole conversation around AI has really hit a turning point. For years, it's all been about one single question. Is a robot going to take my job? But what if that's the wrong question entirely? We're starting to move beyond that fear, beyond replacement, and into a much smarter way of looking at AI, as a partner. And today, we're going to dive into a really powerful framework that completely reframes this relationship. I mean, this one question, it's been everywhere, right? In headlines, in boardrooms, in break rooms. It's this deep-seated fear of being made obsolete by a bunch of code. And look, it's totally understandable. But what if it's just not the right way to think about it? And this is the shift. It's simple, but it's so powerful. Instead of asking if AI will replace us, the real game-changing question is how can this technology make us better at what we already do? Changing that one word from if to how is the absolute key to unlocking AI's real potential. So let's really get into it. Let's forget about AI as some kind of competitor. Instead, let's start thinking of it as a force multiplier for your own capabilities. This whole framework really boils down to 3 core roles for AI. We're going to call them the 3 A's. AI is your assistant, your amplifier, and your automator. Each one of these makes you better, faster, and way more effective, but in its own unique way. So, first up, AI as your assistant. This is probably the one that feels the most natural to us, an intelligent collaborator that's always on. Okay, so the most important thing to get here is that an AI assistant isn't making decisions for you. Think of it as the ultimate research partner. It can sift through absolute mountains of data or brainstorm a dozen different angles on an idea in just seconds. But, and this is the crucial part, it always leaves the final judgment call, the "so what do we do now" part, to your human experience. And this isn't some sci-fi future, this is happening right now, today. In customer support, AIs are fielding all those simple, repetitive questions. This frees up human agents to deal with the really tough, complex issues that need actual empathy. For software developers, it's like having a tireless coding partner, suggesting code in real time so they can focus on true innovation instead of just the boring stuff. But AI can do so much more than just assist. And that brings us to our second A, amplification. This is where AI doesn't just help you with your tasks, it dramatically extends your reach and your impact. Now, this one isn't just about working faster. No, this is about broadcasting your message wider. An AI amplifier lets you engage with more people on more channels than ever before. The really critical part, though, it does all this without sacrificing the unique voice and the quality that makes your work, well, yours. I mean, just look at the incredible scale this makes possible. You could write one single deep dive article, and an AI can spin that into a month's worth of tweets, LinkedIn posts, and even video scripts. Or think about AI messaging that can get over 80% open rates. That's huge. It does that by personalizing conversations at a scale no human team could ever dream of managing. Of course, the human still provides the brand voice, the strategy, and the final sanity check, but the AI does all the heavy lifting. All right, and that brings us to our third and final A, automation. This one is all about reclaiming our most valuable resource, our time and our mental energy. Just think about all those draining, repetitive tasks that clog up your workday. AI automation is designed specifically to target those. By taking them completely off our plate, it frees up our brain power for the stuff that truly matters: strategic planning, creative problem solving, and building real relationships. Just think about your own day-to-day work for a second. How much time do you lose just scheduling meetings or drafting those standard follow-up emails? Well, AI agents can now handle all of that with just a simple voice or text command. HR departments are using it to instantly answer common employee questions. And sales teams, they're automating personalized outreach to hundreds of potential leads. This is all about eliminating the friction from your workflow. So we've got assistance, amplification, and automation. That's the framework. But for any of this to actually work, for you to trust it, we need a solid foundation of safety. And this brings us to the absolutely essential role of human safeguards. This really important concept is called human in the loop. You might see it called HITL. And it's not a sign that AI is weak. It's actually the sign of a mature, intelligent system. All it means is that while the machines are doing the heavy lifting and processing, a human expert is placed at those critical decision points to apply judgment, context, and, ethical reasoning. And listen, this isn't just some nice philosophical idea. It's actually really smart business. The data here is staggering.
90% of consumers say they are more likely to trust a company that uses a human-in-the-loop approach. That trust is huge. It translates directly to loyalty and confidence because it shows that there's real accountability behind the algorithm.
Yeah, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? AI is brilliant at processing huge amounts of data to give us options. But we, the humans, we use our experience, our intuition, our wisdom to evaluate those options and make the final call. The AI provides the what, but the human provides the why and the what's next. But it's not just about oversight, right? You also have to be proactive about security. And that's where something called adversarial testing or AI red teaming comes in. Basically, think of it as ethically hacking your own AI. Security teams will intentionally try to trick the system, to poke and prod it, to find its weak spots before the bad guys can.
So why does all this matter? Why go to all this trouble? Well, because it's how you build a system that's truly robust and resilient. It proves the AI can stand up to manipulation, which builds trust with your users. And it creates this constant feedback loop, so you're always improving and staying ahead of new threats. Okay, so when you put it all together, this powerful 3A's framework, plus these essential human safeguards, what you get is a really clear picture of what we're calling the human-AI partnership advantage. You know, there's this beautiful irony in all of this. The better and more sophisticated our technology gets, the more valuable our own humanity becomes. The rise of AI doesn't diminish the need for human judgment, for ethics, creativity, and empathy. It actually elevates it. These uniquely human skills are becoming the ultimate competitive advantage in this new world. So what this all means is that the question isn't about competing with AI anymore, it's about leading it. You literally have access to the most powerful teammate in all of history. So the real question, the one we should all be asking ourselves, is what are you going to build with it? Thanks for listening.